I'm Sarah Howarth, and I'm with an artist-run center, nonprofit society called Print. And what we do is we're bringing awareness of printmaking to the CRD area and across Vancouver Island. And our mandate is really to connect printmakers in the Gulf Islands and across Vancouver Island so we can all get to know each other and we can promote printmaking to those that aren't very aware of what it is. So one of our big programming pieces is we highlight a print artist every 4 months in what we call the print gallery. And it's essentially a hard copy gallery featuring a solo printmaker. They do an original piece that gets printed, hand printed on the back of the gallery so that we can share original art with the public. It's accessible and it's often done with a lot of passion. We're in the print studio right now, so we do offer some studio space to printmakers. And our past 3 galleries have had the print artist come into the space and print their edition. And so we do an edition of 50. So we have 50 original pieces to sell at a very accessible price. But we also do a whole bunch of offsets, which are commercial printing, and they're all free. And so we hand those out through art stores, bookstores, framing shops, and just by word of mouth. So we get people interested and excited about printmaking through a gallery that you don't actually have to visit and come into a space. We actually bring the gallery to you. So these are the print galleries, and what they are is they're information about what printmaking is. So every 4 months we put one of these out. We've done 3 volumes. Artists apply to be in this show and in the print gallery because it's just like a regular exhibition. So they apply to us, we go through an application process, and then the artists are awarded essentially gallery space. And so this one is Zoe Silliers, and she does a lot of litho, she does a lot of poetry, and she works with text. And so what she did is on the inside is the original lino and wood carvings that she did. And then she printed and editioned them for 50 of them. The what we call offset prints are free. And so we'll mail one to you. You can always pop down the studio when we're open and pick them up from us directly. We do have them at local art stores in Victoria, as well as some used bookstores, but we are kind of expanding that. So this month's our artist is Natasha Van Netten. She's been spending her time printing last weekend, and today we're finishing up the print run of 50.
My name is Natasha Van Netten, and I'm a local artist from Victoria. I'm also the 3rd artist for the Victoria Print Society's print gallery edition. Yeah, so these are the distributed print gallery. This one is the one that I'm working on currently. It folds open to an interview inside, and then the print is on the inside there, and that's the north there. So this particular piece is coming from my own practice. I focus on whales and whale research, and so this image is actually a location on the north coast, sort of going up towards Kitimat, and you have the inside passage going through, and so it's an area of high activity for humans, for boats, for sea life, and everything is sort of converging in that area. And even though the passageways are very small, it's sort of a hive of activity that I wanted to highlight the different uses. And so I started off by making a lino cut plate, which is here. We ran them through last week, printing them in the gallery space. And today we are layering the embossing on top. And the embossing is what it's representing the undersea contour lines that are going through those spaces and showing the depth. Creating sort of a map, but focusing more on the underwater elements, like if it were a map for a whale, for example. I applied to their art call. It was an open art call I think it was in September. And I just put together a submission and I applied, and was really excited to have this opportunity to create this print and to start to sort of branch out with my own work as well. And yeah, which is sort of neat because that's the purpose of the Print Society, is to sort of extend and reach out to people that are not within that group. And so to come into it is really quite cool.
But we've really evolved it into being this, because initially it was going to be a whole bunch of stuff about printmaking, not just one artist. And then we were talking about, like, why don't we run it like a show? Like, why don't we run it on the same premise that you would if you were applying to a gallery? And so we have submissions, we have the artist statements, we have the interview, which the interview is essentially the artist talk. So we have all of it. It's just in this paper format, right?